Almost 500,000 Irish people are currently unemployed, with many more projected to follow. So at this trying time when people are strained financially, why is our government introducing even more carbon taxes? This is Ben SCALLAN and you're watching Gript Media. As of May 1st, the government has introduced carbon tax hikes which will leave you spending more on oil and coal heating. The policy will see you paying almost €3 extra for a bag of coal and is part of the government's ongoing strategy supposedly to fight climate change. Now, it's hard to see how this could have come at a worse time. Whether you agree with the measure or not, businesses and livelihoods in almost every sector of the Irish economy have been devastated by the government's coronavirus lockdown. As it stands, just under 420,000 Irish people are out of work, with many more projected to lose their jobs in the coming months. Pubs are calling for desperately needed financial help. With meat plants beginning to close due to COVID-19 cases, experts fear that it could significantly impact the country's food supply chain and the incomes of farmers. Even big Irish companies like Ryanair will be experiencing significant pay cuts and downsizing. The economy is in serious trouble, to put it mildly. And yet, while you are worried about your financial future and paying the bills, the government is finding ways to tax you even more heavily for basic necessities like heating. This is even compounded by the fact that everyone is locked at home due to government policies. People are no doubt using more heating and energy than they would during normal work hours and will have to pay even more for that heating thanks to this green policy. One might be inclined to give our leaders the benefit of the doubt and assume that this policy was planned before the pandemic disaster we now face. But as recently as April 15th, in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael released a document outlining their plan for the increase. They knew full well what was happening in the country but decided to proceed anyway. The fact that this is at the forefront of our government's mind while we deal with a deadly disease really says it all about their priorities. To top it all off, it's questionable whether carbon taxes even work, especially for necessities like heating. Even if one accepts the premise that man-made climate change is real, it's unclear how charging an old lady in Cork more for her heating and giving that money to Fine Gael is supposed to change the weather in Australia. It's a policy which hasn't been thought through in the slightest. It just punishes vulnerable people who are already struggling. For this reason, AA Ireland described carbon tax as a cash grab dressed up as a green initiative. For the government to so cynically attempt to wring the last remaining cents out of an already struggling nation's pockets is nothing short of shameful. Our leaders are more worried about cows farting and the demands of the green lobby than they are about ordinary families being able to get by. And if that's not a failure of government policy, I don't know what is. If you like this commentary and you want to see more like it, please be sure to share this video and let us know how you feel in the comments below. Thanks for watching.